Il a été publié sur le site internet francebleu.fr. L'autre présente, si je préfère encore aller au cinéma, quand j'étais enfant, c'est 2 fois moins cher qu'aujourd'hui. Je préfère regarder des films à la maison. Bonjour desu. Ça va desu, ça va desu ka? そう、ラジオが確実に撮りたい。ちょっと頑張りたい。いけるかな。
Vous avez choisi quel document?
Oui. Et alors, j'ai choisi le document 4. Ce n'est plus nécessaire d'aller au cinéma pour bien voir un film.
Ok, merci beaucoup. Alors, je vais te poser quelques questions.
Oui.
Alors, c'est d'accord. Et donc, est-ce que vous regardez des films à la maison, mais assez souvent?
Peut-être chaque week-end, je regarde un film avec mon mari. Parce que mon mari aime beaucoup de regarder des films et alors...
D'accord, très intéressant. Bah, merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Pachi, 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 pachi.
Très bien.
Ah, j'espère.
自分の意見はバッチリ出てますよ。
あ、よかった。よかった。
いいですよ。よくめっちゃ良き。
いやー、
流れ的に。
And not a lacking. And so I hold it in and out of time.
devil's eyes turning yellow, lost half its leaves, right there in the corner, beside the coffee machine. Gave up without warning, didn't see it at first. Turned my back for a moment to it loosen its thirst, and I curse my blunder. Pick petals for keeps, and I can't help but wonder what led up to this. Did I cut the water? What ended the street? But something feels off here. I can't recall that I did. And if I stopped caring, one time's always the last. Was it too much sunlight? Too much weight in my hands? Some look like a meadow right before they leave. Was facing a window, but didn't get air to breathe.
up before it's over. The weight is off your shoulder. Everything we fear will go away. You said it's a promise. I said that I doubt that. I'm your only reason to stay. Darkness has robbed me of my sight. Hold on to what I believe in the light. Are you doing well? Do you feel fine? Don't need an answer, just need a sign. I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling good. Feeling like I never could. Wait for me, I'm almost there. Soon we're floating in the air. So let it go, just let it be. Don't you be you and I'll be me. That's what it took to open my eyes. Don't need an answer, just some kind of reply.
Ils avaient les galeries Lafayette. Pour t'imaginer à peu près la grosseur de leur société. Allez, servez
sont des tableaux de représentation mythologique. Là, par exemple, c'est la reine de Saba qui embarque pour se rendre chez le roi Salomon. C'est un thème biblique, mythologique, tu vois. Et donc, il peint ça concentre le point de fuite et le point de regard au centre. Et donc, ça donne plus de force à la Veda. Donc, il est très célèbre de Rembrandt, où on a une parole divine qui arrive.
Fading of the season, the way you stay, though you couldn't remain. I remember golden haze and the way your eyes would find me, the words we say for another day. Wasn't forever, it wasn't pretend, and it is quite a strange feeling to be this close to the end. It wasn't forever, it wasn't pretend, just something worth feeling again and again. By heart, one I still play when the lights went dark. You were a song I never learned to end, and I don't think I will meet someone like you again, like you again. The lights would fade behind us. You turned away, said I'd be okay. I still hear the autumn wind moving softly through the branches, the love we knew. I still feel
سمك داش زرات بقى